All right, here we go. We got one table going. All right, so we got gambling over here, right? What is the obvious fold? All right, so let's see what gambling's doing here. That's me. We're sitting here. Oh, we got another table. Sweet. We got action, guys. We can actually we got some action. All right. So we're going to try and study some gamble main action while we play. Hold the king 7. Post the $2 here. Definitely gonna try and steal this blind. I'm super freak over here. Unsuccessful. The flop is kind of nasty for us. We have one overcard and backdoor nut low flush draw. Probably just gonna give that one up. And here I'm definitely gonna try and take it. All right, so let's see what's going on with Gamble here. His fold to probe versus probe out of position. See, this is kind of confusing though. Versus probe, is this when he's out of position? Or when the opponent's it's versus an out of position probe? I have to go into the HUD and check it out. I don't want to like mess this up, so let me get this on this other screen. Definitely gonna call with the 6-4. Pop ourselves a gut shot to the nuts. Spade would not be good, but I still think we'd make money. The spade does come. This bet size, although it's pretty good to call, with the implied odds, we're out of position, which makes it difficult to get paid. A spade, we can't count on being the nuts. We can lose a lot of money. We've got two people to act before. Gatorade is actually somewhat aggressive. Not really the ideal spot to be calling a gutter. All right, it folds to me. I'm definitely going to steal from Gatorade. Let's get a HUD on these tables too. Super freak, super freak. Do we have a HUD on feeling hot? Doesn't look like it. Now we do. Alright, there we go. Hold. Ace 5 down here. Gonna fold it actually. You know what? I guess now might be a good time to go over my HUD stats, right? Yeah, it'd be awesome to do a battle heads up versus another streamer. So I think if I get big, then I'll try and do that. I'll try and like start just challenging other streamers. That'd be awesome, super awesome. Let's talk about my HUD, right? While the action's slow. Well, let me open up some tables on the bottom. Wow, a lot of 2-4 people sitting. All right, let's talk about this HUD, shall we? I could probably open the 9-8 offsuit from the cutoff. So HUD, this is my special HUD. I made this HUD. It's great. Got the number of hands right here in blue. Got the aggression percentage right here. 21. What is mine? 28. Is that low? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe closer to halfway is probably better. This is a sample size of 37, so I can't really, you know. Down here I'm 50%. So I think you should be around 45 or something. I'm not positive, but I think. VPIP 23. Well, let's just take a look. VPIP is the next line. Pre-flop raise. This is button steal. When it folds to them on the button, how can they steal? Under that, you got 3-bet, fold to 3-bet, and 4-bet. King 7 versus Bob Denver. His pre-flop raise is 6%, which is not great, but for him it's so tight. So I'm not gonna try and 3-bet him. Flop ourselves a little fleshy draw. Considering his pre-flop raise is 6%. I'm wondering if that contains Ace King or Jacks, because it's going to contain aces through 10s or like aces through Queens and Ace King, aces through Jacks and Ace King. When he checks that, I'm definitely going to try and steal it here, because if it contains Ace King or Ace Queen, I'm definitely going to steal. I got lots of outs. Tantrum shouldn't have hit this really. And here on the river, probably try and get value from Ace King by betting small. But I think maybe checking would be better. He might try and turn Ace Queen into a bluff, putting me on like a 6 and wanting to try and bluff me off of it or something like that. Plus, considering how tight he is from the pre-flop raise, 6%, I think he does have an overpair percentage of the time. Why he checks it, I have no idea, but I'm going to call here. Hope he has Ace King or Ace Queen. Well, that's... What? I guess, like, I didn't notice that his number of hands is 20, so it's just the weirdest thing. Queen 3. Alright. His pre-flop raise over 20 hands is 11%, and somehow Queen 3 suited has ended up in that range. Weird. Check the 8-3 here. I don't know what's going on with some people. I guess I need a bigger sample size. I could have sworn I played Bob Denver a good amount, and he's a big fish. Maybe I just haven't played him a lot with like 6 people at the table. Super weird. So we got VPIP, pre-flop raise, button, steal, 3-bet, fold to 3-bet, 4-bet. I want to get fold to 4-bet on there. At least put it in the pop-up. We got C-bet, fold to C-bet, check raise percentage, and then underneath are some stats that people don't really like think are important, but I think they're important. We have blind versus blind call. That's how often the big blind calls when the small blind opens. Blind versus blind 3-bet. That's how often the big blind 3-bets when the small blind opens. Those are important because one of the most common situations, the most common situations in poker, in 6-max games, and 6-max games and full ring games, is button versus small blind and big blind situations and blind versus blind situations. Because you get so many people folding from like the earlier and middle positions. So, we should be good here with the jack, but I can't be positive. If he bets, not sure. Oh, we're just good. There's no point in value betting, I don't think. But, so, the button versus blinds situation is really important. Which is why I have this right here. When you hover over the button, you have button, small blind, big blind situations. This is a pop-up I made, which is my steel pop-up. And then I have specifically versus hero, what happens, what the people do versus me. Tantrum, opening from under the gun, 22%. It's pretty high, actually. I think I can actually flat it here. I got a hand that makes the nuts in position versus a range where I think I'm actually ahead. Or it's close enough. I'm definitely getting proper odds. And the fact that I have position, I'm pretty sure I can defend the A7. The only time I can't is if people behind me are aggressive and squeeze a lot. So that would be different. Gambling Man, 17 to win 50. This is like one of those spots where I probably should fold. I always end up calling. Well, I'm going to fold it. If it were like $2 less, I'd probably call. Thought you said that HUD was HM2. The HUD is Holdem Manager 2. Why? What's up? Did I not? That's what I said, right? It's 2. It's HM2. I'll type it in the chat box for you. See? HM2. King 5 and fold. So we have on this button stat, we have the steal percentage, the 4-bet percentage when someone 3-bets when the blind's 3-bet, and fold versus 3-bet. The steal percentage from the small blind. 3-bet percentage from the small blind. It's how from the small blind 3-bets versus the button. Here we have also under there the fold versus big blind 3-bet and fold versus 4-bet. And that's what is that stat? When the button opens and you 3-bet, and the button 4-bets. Gambling Man, we're going to call with 6s here. Queen Jack, this is way too coordinated, I think. Actually, you know what? Might actually be pretty good considering that we can get King Queen, King 10, possibly to fold, Ace Deuce, Ace 3. And we do have some equity when we hit a Jack or a Queen. So we do sometimes have the best hand. So, fold the 6-3 here. We got someone over here with some heads-up action. I'll bring that on to the screen for you guys. And check this again. Sniper Baba's on our table. That's good. He's good for some money. So, like, when I was changing the size of this table, it kind of messed it up a little bit. Here's the fold from the 6s. How do you get it to work with full flush poker?